Hey everyone, so I learned something new today in Unity and I wanted to share it with you. And let's just get right into it. I've got my little Infinity PBR manager. It helps me keep track of all my packages and move them in and out of the folder structure. And I call this little debug log whenever I successfully move or remove a project. So the first thing I found, which I've actually known for a while, but I'm going to pretend like I didn't, is that this if-else statement, which is nothing wrong with it, can be made shorter. In fact, all I really want to do is say Debug.Log move to project ? And then if true, we're going to say successfully moved to project, and if not, successfully removed from project. So as you can see, as I remove now, the debug log comes up as you expect. But I learned something else that's really cool, and that is that you can change the color and the size of the debug log. And before we continue, I have to thank Jason Story for teaching me this the other day. This is brand spanking new. It's going to change my world. And if you haven't checked out Jason Story's Ko-fi page, do so. It's new, but it's going to be producing some lots of great content here and new tips and tricks. So I'm sure you should check that out and bookmark that page. I know I will, because I learned something new and I expect that I will be learning more from that page in the coming weeks and months. So to change the color, all you have to do is add a color tag, very similar to HTML. Color equals, we'll say green. No quotes around the names of the color, and then make sure to do a slash color. If you don't, then you won't get this working. For the removed from, we're going to say color equals red, just to show some differentiation here. And we'll check it out in Unity by pressing add. And we see the color green, and then we'll remove it, and we've removed it. Now red looks much more obvious to me. I don't actually need to differentiate between the two of these, so I'm just going to simplify this a little bit and remove the true or false statement there. I've been using yellow a lot in my projects, especially if I have a big list of debugs that I'm working on some large project and I really just need to find one inside the whole list of debugs. I've been using the color yellow, and I've also found that you can change the size of the text as well. Somewhere in your code, maybe in a static class, somewhere in your code, you can write something simple like like this. All you really have to do is say debug color and then write your string, and of course at the end you're going to have to close that off as well. And now when we add a character we have successfully moved to project, so it will be much easier to see. But I learned one other thing. That's cool, but I learned that you can also use emojis. So now you can throw a heart in your debugs. Now there are some limitations. Not all emojis work. I've found that heart works, sword did not work for me, and some other things didn't work. But you also can color it with they're going to show up as the same font color as the rest of the color. So you're going to need to do color equals red if you want a red heart. And be sure to, of course, close that out. Now you have a red heart. So that could be a fun way to differentiate your debug logs from other debug logs and whatnot. It's just a fun thing to do. And in fact, I wrote this code earlier that just prints out a whole bunch of big hearts. Why? I don't know why. Just because I can. So I hope you learned something new. If you did, like and subscribe. If there's anything I missed or said incorrectly, please add it in the comments. If there's anything you think I should learn, add it in the comments, and I'll see if I can learn that new as well. One thing to note is that the order of the size and color does matter here. Size comes first, so size has to come last. If you flip them around, it won't work. So just keep that in mind if you're changing both the color and the size at the same time.